Okay, today I want to show you the fantastic world of Photoshop's smart filters. It still amazes me that a huge amount of people don't even know that these things exist, and the guys that do know that it exists don't really use them, and it's an absolute waste because smart filters allow you to work a lot more productively. So I'm going to give you an example. Select a layer here on this photograph. First of all, we convert it to a smart object, so we right click and go convert to smart object, and then we just go filter and, for example, select blur, Gaussian blur, and go OK. Now, most of the people that I know wouldn't have made those steps. Instead, they just have gone to filter, Gaussian blur, and bash. The problem is that that's very destructive, and what I mean is you can't go back and readjust the amount of Gaussian blur if you've moved on 5-10 steps later. With this procedure you can. All you need to do is go to your layers menu, and you see here Gaussian blur, double click on the name, and you can just edit the amount of Gaussian blur as you need. You can also, and this is pretty cool, you can adjust the blending mode for that particular effect. So that blending mode only affects that particular layer. Say for example I adjust say add noise. Okay, looks pretty nasty, but hey. So we also then adjust the blending mode for that layer, and we go OK. So these work completely independently of each other. Now this layer up here is the mask mode, so we can select a gradient. It could be text, it could be just your paintbrush, whatever, or a selection from another file perhaps, or a path layer. But basically it works as a mask just like any other mask in Photoshop. And I'll give you an example. We just click and drag and the mask appears there. Again, fully editable. We can alt click into the layer itself and make any adjustments that we want. Alt click again to go back, turn off layers, turn back on layers, double click on a layer to make an adjustment. So as you can see, it's very, very powerful, and it allows you to be a lot more creative and work a lot more productively. So I'm probably going to come back to this in a little more depth in a future video, but for now please use Photoshop's smart filters. And remember, for more productivity tips, just go to blog.realerhq.com.